Good evening and welcome to Poland Daily, the first English news program in Poland. I am your host, Benjamin Lee. 250 billion Polish zlotys, amounting to over $70 billion, were embezzled from Polish taxpayers in value-added tax frauds during the 8 years of governance under the previous party. The government led by Donald Tusk from 2007 to 2014 was reluctant to take any measures to curb the procedure. The current government has launched a parliamentary investigation committee to probe the fraud scheme.
The Commission will focus on investigating the action taken by the Ministry of Finance and representatives of various tax offices. Even before the Commission has started its works, MPs of the Liberal opposition are already casting doubts on whether it is done with good intentions. I think that the members of the Commission will be made up of the government's mayoral candidates in this fall's regional election. The two parliamentary commissions already in place were created in order to promote Patryk Jaki and Małgorzata Wasserman. MP Marek Jakubiak from the right-wing populist Cookies 15 movement assures that the body will not be partisan.
Since
I will be on the Commission, I can guarantee you that it will not be about partisan politics. It will focus on revealing to the public which mechanisms made it possible to steal from the state treasury. We have to unmask the people and the methods involved, and we also have to try to recover some of the stolen money. Representatives of the ruling party are of a similar opinion. They argue that the scale of the fraud scandal is so enormous that it's not possible not to investigate it. If we want the state to be treated seriously, then the state will have to learn from the huge mistakes that have been made in the past. If our citizens become aware of the fact that 500+ child benefit program that our government introduced could have been put in place 10 years ago if all that money was not stolen by mobsters, then the question we will have to ask ourselves will be, should the state draw any conclusions from this or not? I am convinced that we should, and that's why this commission was created. The commission will be made up of 9 MPs and will investigate the actions taken by state institutions from December 2007 to November 2015.
Rescue teams are still working around the clock in search of the remaining 5 missing miners from the coal mine rock burst that took place at Zofiówka mine 11 a.m. Central European time this morning. A rescue operation was launched within half an hour of the rockfall incidents when around 250 miners were evacuated from the area while 7 were left missing. There were no contact with the remaining victims until a few hours ago when 2 of the remaining 7 were found. Hope remains high as the victim family awaits further information from rescue teams in front of the search sites. Within the span of a week, the mayor of Jersey City has went from being unbeknownst to the Polish population to the target of most national media outlets in the country. Mayor Stephen Phillip has made a name for himself for his intention to remove the Katyn Memorial situated in the town since 1990. Recent tweets reconfirm the mayor's resolve to get the monument out of sight, while repeatedly throwing insults towards the Polish population in response to any pushback regarding his decision.
Stephen Fulop tweeted this Saturday about his decision to have the statue removed. Reluctant to discuss the matter with any Polish government representatives, he accuses the Polish authorities of trying to rewrite the history of Poland and its role in the Holocaust, and that he answers only to the people of Jersey City. Meanwhile, locals say that they were not consulted regarding the issue and consider the removal of the monument an intrusion of part of the local culture. Earlier, the Katyn Forest Massacre Monument Committee tried to consult the mayor, but the meeting was cancelled just minutes prior. Fulop published a tweet soon after the pushback, accusing the Speaker of the Polish Senate of anti-Semitism. The ordinance of 1986 regarding the monument stated that it should be facing the Hudson River, despite the mayor's attempt of omission of the detail in his tweets. Citizens of Jersey City were questioning whether the move is directed by the mayor's financial backers. Some are pointing to Hudson River waterfront redevelopment project pursued by the wealthy businessman Mark Kelly, who is also one of the biggest political donors of current city mayor in question. Earlier statements declared that the removal of the monument was to be temporary, but Jersey City authorities have shown no intentions to put it back in place. According to our sources, Speaker of the Polish Senate Stanisław Karczewski, who has recently become the target of the Jersey City's mayor's insults, is considering legal action against the New York politician.
The President of the United States of America, Donald Trump, has announced that the date and place of his meeting with the North Korean leader, Kim Jong-un, has been set. He followed up adding that the exact details will be announced shortly.
While speaking with journalists today, Trump stated that a lot has happened with the situation of American hostages who are being held in North Korea.
We're having very substantive talks with North Korea, and a lot of things have already happened with respect to the hostages, and I think you're going to see very good things. As I said yesterday, stay tuned. I think you're going to be seeing very, very good things.
The White House informed earlier that the historic summit may take place in May, as long as Pyongyang makes certain concessions.
Huge crowds of Poles gathered today in the capital city of Lithuania, Vilnius, or Vilno in Polish, to celebrate the anniversary of the world's second oldest constitution adopted by the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth on May 3, 1791. The numerous Polish minority in Vilnius has been citizen of Lithuania ever since the city was transferred from Poland to Lithuania by Stalin in 1945, but have kept their Polish identity.
The former Polish MP and currently one of the leaders of the national movement, Krzysztof Bosak, recorded a video of this year's Constitution Parade. Poles make up 7% of Lithuania's total population. In the regions surrounding Vilnius, the number ranges from 50 to 75%. Today's parade is a perfect opportunity for strengthening the identity of young Poles born in Lithuania.
That's it for today. See you next time on Poland Daily.